Okay, what's up guys? This is me just playing Battlefield 3. I turned to Ultra. The frames stay within, I think, 45 to 60. It's very playable on my new desktop I built. It consists of the brain being an AMD FX 8350, which I run at stock because of an issue I'll tell you later. I have a ASRock 970 Extreme 4 motherboard, and I use my brother's Intel 520 120 gigabyte SSD, and we turned ACHI mode or something like that off in the BIOS when it was installing Windows, and I don't know, we turned it back on when we installed Windows, and it wouldn't actually start, so I had to go back and turn it off, change some registry files, and then had to go back and get into Windows to see if it works, or turn ACHI mode or whatever mode it is back on, because with that off, it doesn't run at full speed. It runs at like I think maybe 100 or less than 100 megabits per second transfer speed. Like I think that might be the write speed, and with it turned on, it's like 500 something. So that's one thing that that's one reason why my brother let me use his SSD, because his hard drive and his desktop and everything mostly had SATA 2, which was like 30 gigs per second, and my new motherboard had SATA 6 gigs per second. So he let me use it for a beast of a computer, and he also let me use his GTX 650 Ti. So he let me use that. I'm gonna be getting probably a boost edition, 2 of them. Probably, I don't know. But this is just kind of me playing Battlefield 3 on it. Going from a 6100 to the 8050 really doesn't have too much an effect on it on single monitor gaming. It's still held back by the graphics card. But I will tell you, in surround, I really don't usually do this because I have to run it in lower medium all the time. But in surround, the 8350 does leverage in maybe 5 frames at most, max. That's how many more it gives you. But really, I just installed Windows 7 on this computer. And because the ACHI mode that I was talking about earlier, it's kind of like been running slow. Like, I mean, every once in a while I gotta restart the computer because Google Chrome just crashes, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna install Windows again, make sure all the settings are set right. But I don't know. I could easily take it up to work and get it reloaded while I do that, but I just want to use my computer because it took me like a day just to install Battlefield 3 and get it all updated and everything. And I got everything nice and smooth how I want it. So I'm just gonna probably leave it like it is, maybe get some cleaners, some registry cleaners, and just see if I can just fix the problem, because I am pretty good with the computers inside the Windows, fixing that type of stuff. Because I do work at a computer store, and I do Windows reloads 9 out of 10 of the times. Like the other 1 out of 10 times is just maybe upgrading the RAM, or thermal pasting the computer, or swapping out disk drive or keyboard on a laptop. It's just simple stuff like that. But I think I can maybe use a couple programs to help clean it up. I am using his 8 gigabytes of Kingston HyperX RAM. His system I'm actually using as a test bench, about 2 inches away from my monitor. I could just put 4 gigs of RAM in it, and my pretty cooler on it, because my TX3 I'm using. I got to 4.6 gigahertz, 4.6 gigahertz, so I'm sorry, and it was stable, but it was like maxing out at temperatures about 54, 55, and I mean, I'm 15 and I bought an 8-core processor. It was 190. I paid like 260 for the motherboard and processor combo, so I really don't want to throw the chip out. I got my own computer, no more use my brother's. Like, I've had my own computer since that Pentium D machine on my account, so. I'm also using my Turtle Beaches. I think these are X11s I'm using right now. Chose these over my Gametron, or my Plantronic Gametron 307 headset, only because it goes over your ear and I think the Mac mic's better. Also, another thing you notice on this video is it's recorded in some weird odd resolution, like 576 by 480 or something like that. I don't know, I just wasn't paying attention inside of Burner. So, I mean, the quality set at 100. I changed that, it just didn't click on the box resolution full, so. Maybe next time. But I do okay in this game. Not as good as I usually do. But I'm actually using my Logitech Performance Laser mouse. I don't know, it's like a Logitech Wave or something like that. Fits in your hand good. It's got the 5 buttons. It's wireless, but so there is just a little bit, maybe just a little bit, the batteries aren't full of input lag. Really don't notice it because I got my receiver up on monitor, because it's got a USB hub built in, and so it's really close to it, so really there is no lag, but it's nothing I can't put up with, so. Other than that, I don't know. We've done a couple custom builds at work. I'm not gonna say where I work at though, because I don't know. But anyway, I got a story to tell. Actually, I guess I can just tell a story. My boss has it's a Toshiba laptop. It's got a Core i7. I don't know. It pass marks at like 7,000. That's one piece of software we use to benchmark computers, and that's how we price them out a little bit. Like if it's an unknown processor, that's how we put it in the system. We use Passmark and a couple of software, but anyway, it pass marks at like 7 grand, or 7,000. So, but it's got an Intel HD 2000 graphics, so it's not exactly a gaming laptop. But mine, it's got a Core i5. I don't know, 460M I think it is. The turbo boost up to like 2.8 gigahertz. But anyway, pass marks at about 3,200, and it's got an Intel GT 310M or 320M graphics. That really, you can play games. Like you can play, what was it, Modern Warfare 2 max settings. You can play Grand Theft Auto 4 at all low settings at 1366 by 768, about 20 to 30 frames per second. Usually around 23 though. But it's playable. But one word of advice, you use to buy like a low-end gaming laptop to play your games on. I could recommend APU, because you could probably get one with an A6 or an A8. They'll play games a lot better than equivalent Intel system, because it's gonna, on the Intel side it's gonna have an i3, and most likely it's gonna have HD graphics. And the APUs are cheap. They are cheap. Like you can get the 1500K for like 120. And it's a good processor. I'm chasing this guy right now. I actually don't kill him. That's what's up about it. I think I should have hit him. But anyway, like if you got 600 bucks to spend, get the A10. You can get an Acer or something like that with an A10 in it. You'll play most of your games. On settings or unsure, but for now I play your games. But really, I don't think people who get laptops should buy one and continue to play games on it. Because I mean, anybody who comes into work with like a Pentium dual-core laptop or a Celeron laptop, I'd say it's probably the better route to go. Because they're just going to be browsing the web and YouTube and Facebook most of the time. So, I mean, we've had some with Core i7s in it. We've had some with like an NVIDIA GT 330. Anyway, that's about it.